Hello, I am Ashley from Sunny Made, and today we are going to go over 4 color quarter square triangles. Welcome back. Week 2 of our 4 color quarter square triangles and week 2 of month 7 of our beginner skill builder sample quilt. This is the block we're working on this week. We are learning how to make the 4 at a time half square triangles that will all look the same. Okay, if you are looking for the ones that mirror each other, I covered that last week, so go check out that video. I'll try to remember to link it in the description box so you can check that out. Okay, here we have 4 at a time color square triangles, quarter square triangles. That is a mouthful. What do we need fabric-wise? 4 colors. Once again, we're using 5.5 inch square. We have purple, dark blue, green, and white. And what else do we need? Straight edge, pins. Those aren't essential, but that would be nice. Iron, make sure it's nice and hot. Rotary cutter, cutting mat, thread on your machine. I'm just using white. If you want to see any of the things that I'm using in this video, I will put links in the description box below, so you can go check those out. It just sends you over to Amazon. Other than that, I think that's it. So gather your squares, meet me back here, and we'll get started on making 4 color quarter square triangles. Okay, we have our 4 pieces of fabric. Once again, they are all 5.5 inches square, and I like to make mine a little bigger because that allows me to trim them up at the end. So first thing I'm going to do, stack them on top of each other. Really doesn't matter. Oh, my blue one's the wrong size. Really doesn't matter what order you put them in because we're going to just take them apart anyways. All right. Apparently I cut that one too big. Okay, we'll stack them up. We're going to take our ruler and we are going to cut them into 4 pieces, corner to corner. So now we have 2 triangles. Put it on the next corner. And now we have 4 triangles. Be careful when you pick up that ruler so that it doesn't get all messed up. All right, and each stack we're going to turn into a quarter square triangle. Yes, we're going to have to do them each individually, but in order to get all of them the same, that's the only way to do it. So I'm just going to stack all my blues on top of each other, all my whites on top of each other, all my greens on top of each other, and all of my purples. I was like, what color did I forget to say? All right, now it's time to get them sewn up. What I'm going to do is take these over to the machine. Let's start with this set. I'm going to take one of each, line them up. So a 1/4 inch down this side, and I'm going to make 4 pairs that look exactly like this. Then I'm going to take one of each of these, line them up, sew them so that I have 4 pairs that look just like that. So take your triangles to the machine, line them up, and get them all ready to be put together. Okay, as I was sitting at the machine sewing my triangles together, I thought, you know, there's probably a better way to explain this. So I'm going to show you how to make one block, 1/4 square triangle, and then you just need to repeat it so you can do all of them. Okay, we have our 4 pieces. This is how we want it to be laid out. Because seams are easier this direction, I'm going to turn it like this, fold over the green on top of the white, and the blue on top of the purple. I am then going to sew a 1/4 inch seam down each of those. Okay, and here I have, I think I sewed this in the wrong direction. I did. Oh well. And here I have my pieces. So I have the green and I have the blue. Guess as long as I sew them all the same, it doesn't really matter. Now, for us to be able to nest the seams in the center of the block, we need to be very careful the direction we iron these open. Okay, I want the green one and white one to go towards the green because it's the darker fabric. But in order for it to nest, I want the bottom one, blue and purple, to go towards the purple. So I'm going to do this one. And do this one. Okay, now if you look, okay, this is how we're going to line that up. Let me show you the other side of it. Because of the way I iron them, I have this one going this way and this one going that way. So when I fold it over, line up that center seam here, and I nest the seams here, you have one going one way, one going the other way. So now back to where do we want to line these up? Once again, we're going to line them up, seams, nesting. I'm just going to stick a pin here so it doesn't move. You should line up this edge, line up these edges, and once again, if you run your finger over these, you can actually feel if those seams are nesting. So get them nested and put a pin in it. If you look, pull it back. There's your small 1/4 square triangle. So we know we're on the right path. So go ahead and sew that up and bring it back to your ironing board. We have it sewn. I'm going to put the darker sides up. Set the seam. Try not to burn my fingers. Okay, so here's your one piece all done. You're going to do that for the other 3 pieces. And you will end up with 4 that look all the same. And last, all we need to do is get them trimmed up. Once again, they're going to be 4.5 inches unfinished. I'm going to use a 4.5 inch square. I'm going to line up corner 2.25 inches, and then the diagonal line with these ones that have diagonal lines that go through the middle of them. Line up those diagonal lines. And since I have 2 trimmed, I can flip it around and do the other 2 side, lining up that bottom left edge. You are welcome to do one side at a time. I find it's easier just to do the top and the side at the same time, because then I don't have to pick up my ruler. I don't have to rotate it. It's less steps, less realigning, less everything. And when you get done with all 4 of these, you will have, assuming you sewed them together correctly, 4 quarter square triangles, 4 colored. Oh, I don't think I trimmed that one too well. 4 colored, all different colors. Yep, see, I didn't do that one very well. All different colors, and they all match. All right, last one. Okay, we have our 4 pieces. When you start out with 4 squares, you get 4 quarter square triangles at the end. If you have any questions, please leave a comment in the section below, and I will get back to you. Next week is supposed to be tip week. I don't know what I'm doing yet. So if I don't get there, we may just skip over to putting the blocks together. I already know you know how to do this, but I will walk you through it. Other than that, make sure you like and subscribe so you can come back next week, see what we're doing next week. And in the next couple months, so exciting, we are going to have a whole quilt all put together, and you're going to know how to do all kinds of different things. So I'm super excited to be finishing this with you, and I will see you next week. Thanks.